Hello, Durud and Shalom. Guys, make sure you like the stream. Look at this. This is a new format. Let me know if you like it. Uh, guys, so as an Iranian, I think it is my duty to warn you about the things that are happening in Europe. So we haven't done this for a while. So I think we need to re examine this for many people who might be new here. Because if you don't know your history, if you don't know much about recent world history, there was a revolution that happened in 1979 back in my country, Iran, and we lost our country to this unholy alliance between the left and Islam. And a lot of us Iranians are noticing a pattern here, maybe something that maybe non-Iranians don't see, is because this is a deja vu for us. Like, I just did the stream that I'm doing with you guys right now on the Persian channel. By the way, guys, how's my audio? And many of us Iranians are shocked that what happened to our country is happening in Europe and North America. So as Iranians, I think it makes sense for more people to listen to us because we have been there and we are noticing that what happened to us is it seems like it's happening to other countries. And again, a lot of people might think that this is an exaggeration and such things cannot happen to Europe. I mean, you just have to understand that what you consider the norm to be for Iran right now was unimaginable for Iran back in 1978, before the Islamic Revolution happened. Like, if anybody told you back then that Iran is going to turn into a Islamic theocracy, they will consider you to be absolutely ridiculous, given the level of progress that Iran was going through and the level of modernization and education and science and everything. It would have been unimaginable, and yet it happened. So if you think it can't happen to your country, well, we Iranians didn't think it could happen to our country. And that's why it's important for you guys to pay attention to us and how this is actually very worrying. So there are basically, I think there's two main movements that we're talking about here. Is basically the leftists and the Islamic groups. Again, I'm trying not to call them Islamists because I don't want to separate Islam from Islamism. This is Islamic. It's not Islamist. It's Islamic, right? And that's on one side. And the other side, we have patriotic, nationalistic movements that are trying to defend their country, right? And this is why right now in Iran, nationalism is very popular because it's the main force against leftism and Islam. So right now, when it comes to imperial forces and national forces, we have basically mostly leftism and Islam, right? And that's why they're working with each other, because they're against the new liberal world order that is founded upon the framework, which is the concept of a nation state. And that's why they're against nationalism. And again, so the other side, so we can't just talk about what we are against. We also have to talk about what we are for. We are for nationalism. We are for, and this is why you can see the so-called pro-Palestine movement, the axis of resistance. They're against the flag. And look at this. So this is one of the recent Palestinian marches in the UK, and people who show up with the flag of UK, the flag of Great Britain, the police removes their flag. So watch this. This is absolute insanity. Hold on. By the way, let me know in the chat, guys. I'm going to try to make sure I pay attention to the chat. Let me know in the chat if you know that in the UK, the police comes and removes the flag of the country from your hand. So what?
All you've done now is
So you can hear that they're shouting "Free Palestine" in the background.
Ridiculous.
So Torah is saying, what was the context of the flag being ripped off? The context is that they consider it to be offensive to the Free Palestine March. So those are the Free Palestine March right there. So by the way, watch this again. Watch this again. And look how the Free Palestine. So you can see on this side, you have a few people with the UK flag. On the other side, you can see all the pro-Palestine people with the Palestinian flags. I mean, guys, you can see why some people will call this an invasion when the people are raising the flag of a different so-called country, and they're against the flag of the country that they're in. That's why some people would describe this as an invasion, right? But look, the moment that the police manages to rip the, flag from her hand, that's exactly the moment the people on the Palestine side, they start cheering. So listen to their cheer the moment he grabs it. You see how happy you see them celebrating? You see this woman here, they're like, yay! You remove the flag. This is insane. This is in the UK, and these people, I mean, these are native people. These are not like Palestinians. Okay, these are white people, and they're cheering. Look at how happy they are. Do you see their faces, or is it too small? Look how happy they are that the flag was removed, and listen to their voices as soon as the flag gets removed. Let's listen to this. They're celebrating the removal of the flag of the country that they're a citizen of.
Stop screaming at me and stop attacking us. All you've done now is come all the scenes. Ridiculous.
All right, I have more of this. So let's watch this one. Hold on, look at this. Watch this one.
I'll just head on down to the protest then.
Wait, hold on. So this guy has the flag of England, and the police wants him to put it away. In the UK, let me actually remind you that in the UK. So let's watch this.
I'll just head on down to the protest then.
Right, so put your flag away until you get there.
What's happening here?
Did you hear that? The police says, "Put your flag away until you get there."
Until you get there.
What's happening here?
The thing that I've got to put my flag down, I can't have it at any part of the city or anywhere.
Why is that?
I've got to put it away and take it back out my bag. And
That he can't have his flag?
There's conditions in place in relation
But
to protest.
there's Palestinian flags flying along there, you know.
They're in their designated protest area.
No, well,
at the moment, where they're conditions to
So you have to have a designated protest area?
Yeah,
No,
there's
but
designated
that's
protest area. Pardon? Because it doesn't
What's happening, Yori? I watch all the time.
they've got their flags out, they're in there.
So she says there's a designated area for you to have the flag. Guys, when you can't raise the flag of your country in your country, then the shit has hit the fan. Like, you need to go to a special area in your country to be able to hold the flag of your country. You need a government permit to hold your flag in special areas. What the fuck is happening? What is this? Oh, by the way, guys, like the stream so more people see this. Let me, guys, have you seen this? Like, I want you guys to tell me if you guys have seen shit like this happening. Like, is this new to you guys, or did you know that this is happening in the UK?
What's happening, Yori? I watch all the time.
They've got their flags out, they're in their designated area, which is
But isn't it?
Oh, by the way, this is, yes, an Iranian in the chat is saying we Iranians can't hold our real flag either. Yes, I'm not in Iran because this flag is illegal. This is the actual flag of Iran, and our flag is illegal to hold in Iran as well. So welcome. So fellow citizens of the UK, you can experience a little bit of our pain now because we Iranians can't hold our flag either.
Out there in their designated area, which is being
But isn't the UK just a designated area for your flag anyway?
well today.
Oh, the cameraman is saying, isn't the whole UK, isn't the UK the designated area for holding the flag of our country? And like, oh, you have to hold the flag in the designated area. Like, well, isn't the entire country the designated area for our flag?
Surely
Jesus
take
They've got their flags out there in their designated area, which is being.
But isn't the UK just a designated area for your flag anyway?
Well, today there's obviously.
Isn't that right? The whole of the United Kingdom is a designated area for the flag, isn't it?
Brother, anywhere, man.
So you can only fly that in certain areas.
Rule up today. Who made that rule up today?
They're all on the lamppost.
Billy Moore.
I know, but your bosses are lefties and they're all for that. How can you fly a Palestinian flag?
They are in that designated protest
This is our
area.
country, man.
They're in the designated protest area.
Yeah, some guys saying this is our country.
This is our country. What is
Wait, they those two other guys are wearing their flag of the UK with the as a cape, and their police is getting them to remove that as well. Apparently, look at that,
this is our country? What does that mean? What is it? Is it a place you're gonna?
guys. This is you know what the tragedy here is, that the UK is where we got the idea of free speech from, right? Like, I mean, it came from like John Stuart Mill and stuff, right? On Liberty by John Stuart Mill, right? These things came from the UK, no? And now look what's happening in the UK. Not only you don't have free speech, you don't even have the freedom to express your patriotism for your country.
You're gonna bliss stuff. Are you getting next for that? I don't make you okay.
I've never heard that before. I have never heard that one before. You can only fly your flag in a designated area.
The protest area
They're gonna
is
put any flags down,
designated.
Billy. It should be their ones there, man.
It doesn't make sense.
They give you the own.
Yep, it makes absolutely no sense. You're right, sir. Anyways, it gets worse. It gets worse. Hold on. Maybe I could show you this later. Oh, by the way, let's actually move it to Thailand. I know this is about Europe, but let me just tell you how this problem is worldwide. Because this one is in Thailand.
Israel doesn't.
So this is in Thailand, and these are some Israelis in Thailand that went to a restaurant, and I don't know, it seemed like the restaurant owner is Muslim, and he's kicking out these Israelis because he just realized that they're Israelis. So just watch this.
Free Palestine. Israel doesn't exist, bro. Israel doesn't exist. Israel doesn't exist, bro. Free Palestine. Free Palestine, bro.
Move.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Fuck you. Stop killing children and then peace and love. Fucking terrorists. Go, go, go. Free Palestine, motherfucker. Go, go. Go, go. Go, go. Afghan crew. Free Palestine. Stop killing children, okay?
You can do whatever you want.
Fuck
I am
Israel.
here.
Okay, fuck you and fuck Israel. عود القحبة. عود القحبة. Yeah, you mother motherfucker. Big nose bitch.
Big nose.
Yeah, big. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm gonna call the police. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, huh? Don't touch me, huh? عود القحبة. Petite pute. Don't touch me. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel. Israel.
Guys, like, I don't know, if I was Israeli, look at like, you, even if you go to Thailand as an Israeli, you can't be. This is why we need Israel. This is why we need Zionism. Even when you go to Thailand, you cannot be safe from harassment. I mean, this guy, by posting this video, shows why we need Israel, because there needs to be a place in the world where Jews can go and feel safe.
Israel doesn't exist, bro. No existence. يا بخ كانكر تك كانكر ورا بخ كانكر يلا اب دوندر يا the difference is your قحبة أو القحبة difference is you kill children كانكر يا your mother's ass أو القحبة free Palestine free Palestine Israel doesn't exist free Palestine أو القحبة كانكر كانكر إسرائيل كانكر شلت.
By the way, I know a lot of my Israeli and Jewish friends in Europe and North America, they say that they experience shit like this all the time. Like they try to hide the fact that they're Jewish now. And by the way, guys, hold on, let me actually finish this video.
كانكر إسرائيل كانكر شلت طبون ديمكم أو القحبة free Palestine motherfucker إيه كانكر witches.
Anyway, so before I go to the next, hold on. Before I go to the next video, let me just tell you that it doesn't make me happy to say that I was right about this, because I don't know how many of you were here before October 7th. Like, you followed me on this channel before October 7th. Okay, so a lot of you know me since October 7th. But before October 7th, we had, Israelis and Jews, some Israelis and Jews here in our community. And I used to tell them that anti-Semitism is much bigger. Like, I not just tell them, I just used to tell my audience that anti-Semitism is a bomb waiting to explode, and it will always come back. And a lot of Jews, some of my Jewish friends, thought that I'm exaggerating. And like a lot of Jews, especially outside of, I don't know how it is inside Israel, but a lot of Jews in Canada and the US, heard about anti-Semitism and anti-Jewish hatred from their grandparents and their parents, and they thought that was something vile and that was mainstream mostly in the history books. But even though it exists now in Islamic countries here and there, it's not that big of a thing anymore. And I used to say that on this channel before October 7th, that you have no idea. This is just a sleeping monster just waiting for its time, that anti-Semitism is much more deep-rooted, much more widespread, that a lot of you, it's just not its time, it's waiting for it exists in so many minds without so many Jews, modern Jews, realizing it. And then after October 7th, I think a lot of people realize, I don't know if you guys were here before October 7th, but a lot of my followers, a lot of my Jewish followers were telling me that you were right. We didn't know how common this is, right? And now you can see it's exploding again worldwide. And again, this is why we need Israel. Okay? And this is why you should never underestimate the importance of Israel, because a lot of Jews didn't realize, because they thought Israel was something that they created before, because anti-Semitism was something global at some point, and that's why we needed Israel before. But now it doesn't serve that purpose anymore. And I hope that more Jews around the world are more defending Israel more aggressively when they see this globally, right? And not just Jews, everyone else as well. So watch this. This is in somewhere in Europe. It's in a club. Okay, I don't know which country exactly. Again, YouTube, what I'm about to show, it's vile and disgusting, and we do not condone it. We're anti-violence on this channel. We condemn it. We do not support violence. This is for educational purposes. We're showing it just to basically show my audience how dangerous this is, and for us to push back against it. Okay, so I had to say that for community guidelines reasoning. So let's watch this now. Oh, this is music. It has copyright strike. So look at this. These are some white girls in a club in Europe, and these were some Muslim Arab people there. Watch this. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? Look at her face. Look at this. Look at the. Oh, that's Germany. Nico is saying that's Germany. Okay. What the? Look at her face. Look at the fear. Oh my God, she's terrified. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man. Yep. Okay. This is what mass migration brings you. And again, I just let me show you somewhere that is not Europe. Hold on. So, yep, these are just like the rest of society. Just keep bringing more of them in. So this is in Buenos Aires. So this is in not in Europe, but I just want you to see how widespread this is. And again, these are not migrants, these are not Muslim, these are just local students, and they're shouting, today they're singing, today we will burn Jews. Today we will burn the Jews. Okay, and the school's motto that they're from is building more humane people. So let's watch this. And again, YouTube, we do not condone this. This is evil. We're showing it for educational reasoning. Yes, for news purposes and educational reasoning. So watch this. What the? Yeah. Yep. So this is in Argentina. Argentine, we say in Persian. Now, this one is from before, but I just want you to see this as well. Hold on, watch this. This is quite insane. Canadian school cancels event with ISIS survivor Nadia Murad because her harrowing description of torture and rape would be offensive to Muslims and foster Islamophobia. Wow. Wow. One more time. Canadian school cancels event with ISIS survivor because it would be offensive to Muslims. So she's coming to talk about her experience being raped by ISIS, but no, that could be offensive to Muslims. This is not the Onion, guys. And by the way, I've seen this being reported in other places as well. If you don't believe that, it's absolute insanity. What is this one? This is a German woman who's filming herself with a man praying in public. She says the hatred and incitement against Jews in Israel is unacceptable, and political Islam does not belong to Germany. I mean, political Islam is just Islam, but I think this is going to be in German, so I'm not going to understand it.
Ich bin hier am Schadowplatz. Man sieht hier hinter mir alles, was man sehen möchte. Von daher, ich schaue jetzt, dass ich nach Hause komme.
Yep, so she's saying, okay, let's actually go to this insanity. So they're saying British man sentenced to 2 years in prison for Facebook comment. So he made a comment about immigrants, and this is the judge handing down the sentence. He will explain what the comments were about. He will also explain that the man in the comment, he did not actually call for any violence against the migrants in the comment, but the judge assumes that he wanted violence to happen. I kid you not, you can actually listen to the judge himself. The judge says that even though there were no violence in your comments, I'm assuming that you wanted other people to commit violence, and that's why you made these comments, and that's why he's giving him a prison sentence, 2 years. Yeah, I'm from Iran. When I say sentence, I usually think of death sentences because of the Islamic Republic. But he's getting a prison sentence for a Facebook comment that doesn't even that it's not even a call for violence. Again, Jack, I don't know what the comment was, but the judge himself makes it clear that there was no call for violence. Actually, he explains what the comments were. He reads it. So let's listen to the judge.
To a post questioning why you wrote, because they're over here, given life of Riley, off the tax us hard-working people earn, when it could be put to better use. Come over here with no work visa, no trade to their name, and sit down and DOS. And then there's more people being put out homeless each year. They get top band priority on housing. You went on to say that you did not want your money going to immigrants who, quote, rape our kids and get priority, end quote. Although you said that you had no intention of carrying out any act of violence.
I mean, that wasn't that bad. Was that bad? That comment was not that bad.
Band priority on housing. You went on to say that you did not want your money going to.
Yeah, so Kenny is in the chat saying, I don't hear anything wrong yet. And then Neil Bunny saying all of that is true.
Immigrants who, quote, rape our kids and get priority, end quote. Although you said that you had no intention of carrying out any act of violence, there can be no doubt that you were inciting others to do so. Otherwise, why post the comment?
Otherwise, why post the comment? The judge is saying you obviously posted the comment because you wanted other people to act. The comment doesn't mention anything about violence. And you're like, the judge is saying you obviously wanted other people to commit violence. Otherwise, why do it? What the fuck? Oh my God.
You expressed remorse, but by that time, it was too late. For the offense of publishing written material in order to stir up racial hatred, there are sentencing guidelines.
Guys, this is not Iran. This is the UK. How is this happening? Like, I would have never imagined this in 1,000 years. What the fuck?
In order to stir up racial hatred, there are sentencing guidelines.
So Jewish Samantha is saying it's because he's implying immigrants rape kids. I mean, they do. Many of them do. So why is that? I mean, even if that is this wrong statement, you don't deserve to go to prison for it. But he's saying that that's basically inviting people to violence. What the fuck?
There are sentencing guidelines which I must and will follow. The maximum sentence is 7 years imprisonment. In my judgment, this comes close to harm category 1. However, for the purposes of this sentence, I will treat you as falling into category 2, since there was no direct encouragement towards activity which threatens or endangers life.
I don't understand. He says category 1 is for people who do direct incitement to violence. And I personally consider you category 1. But given that you didn't do any direct incitement to violence, I'm going to put you in category 2. Well, then why did you consider him category 1? Like, let me see here. I mean, he didn't do indirects either. What the fuck?
1, however, for the purposes of
listen to this part again. This is insane. How is this guy as judge?
I must and will follow.
Okay.
The maximum sentence is 7 years imprisonment. In my judgment, this comes close to harm category 1. However, for the purposes of this sentence, I will treat you as falling into category 2, since there was no direct encouragement towards activity which threatens or endangers life. However, you fall towards the top of category 2. For a category 2A offence, the starting point is 2 years imprisonment with a range between 1 and 4 years custody. In mitigation, I take into account your plea of guilty, for which you will receive full credit of 1/3 following your earlier admissions. I take account of the contents of the references from your mother, friend, and employer. These can only be of limited value in the current circumstances, as can the contents of the pre-sentence report. I take account too of your expression of remorse, your lack of convictions which are racially aggravated, that you are in employment and you have a partner and family. In passing sentence, I take into account the purposes of sentencing, in particular in relation to this case, punishment and deterrence. As is recognized on your behalf, this offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable.
Yeah, Jack in the chat is saying migrant is not a race. He's talking about migrants. How is that race? How is that a race?
Custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please? The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea.
Oh, 1/3. Okay. So yeah, so Alex in the chat saying it was nice meeting you, Europe. I mean, guys, don't give up. We still have people like Tommy and his march and the people who support him. So I don't know, man. This is insanity. What is going on? How is this real? This is like, sometimes I feel like this is all made up. This is like this reminds me of back in Iran. And again, this comes from the home of free speech. This is where free speech came from. And like, this is the UK is the country that introduced the rest of us to this concept. Like, the only reason why we know that works is because of the UK, because of people like Voltaire and John Stuart Mill. I mean, Voltaire was French, but he was inspired by the UK. So what is this? Music lessons in Hamburg can't take place because singing isn't allowed in Islam. Reports of religiously motivated assaults and discriminations are increasing in Hamburg schools. Parents demand solutions from the policy. This can't continue like this. So this is probably in German.
Noch sind es Einzelfälle, aber offenbar so viele, dass die Hamburger Schulsenatorin jetzt zusammen mit christlichen, jüdischen und muslimischen Religionsverbänden reagiert. Dabei geht es um Übergriffe und Diskriminierungen vorwiegend von muslimischen Schülern. So würden vereinzelt deutsche Mädchen attackiert, sie gehören hier nicht her. Andere würden nicht am Musikunterricht teilnehmen, weil dieser Haram sei. Es sei jetzt an der Zeit zu sagen, dass diese Übergriffe nicht mehr geduldet werden. Kein einziger, so Schulsenatorin Xenia Bekeres.
Oh, Carl's saying I'm in Hamburg. Okay, what was the translation? Was that true? Did they cancel a music class because Muslims could be offended in Germany? I mean, let's go to another city. Let's go to Berlin. Scheitze. I just want to say Scheitze. Oh my God. What the fuck? So let's go to Berlin now. Well, we're at Germany. Yes. Okay. So this is Berlin, and these people are chanting Zionism is a crime. And this lady is saying there's something bone chilling about hearing Zionism is a crime chanted on the streets of Berlin within living memory of the Holocaust. Oh, that's actually an interesting way to put it. So let's watch this. So, yep, there's that. And this is a Palestinian man walks up to an Irish woman. Oh, I know why he walks up to another. I think Palestinians think that European women are easy because there's no limitations on sex in Western countries, and also Irish people are pro-Palestinian. So I guess I could get my way. So I could basically ask for sex from an Irish woman, and they will just give it to me, right? So Palestinian man walks up to Irish woman and asks her if she wants to have sex. Many Palestinian and Islamists in general believe that all Irish women want to have sex with them because Ireland is pro-Palestine. Yeah, so the guy, actually, the Palestinian man, comes to her and he says, "Hey, I'm Palestinian. Do you want to have sex?" So he says, "I'm Palestinian," and then he says, "Do you want to have sex?" Because he thinks like, well, you're an Irish woman, you're horny, and you're pro-Palestinian, so give me some sex. Wish this.
So I'm just here standing waiting for my bus, minding my business, and this dirtbag comes up to me and asks me where I'm from. Told me, they're all mad in town. He told me he's from Palestine, and then asked me, did I want to have sex? Just straight up asked me, you want sex? I was like, no, don't want sex. No sex? No, fuck off. You dirty fucking bastard. Like, what the fuck?
But you're Irish and he's Palestinian. So what happened? I mean, guys, crazy. Guys, yeah, free Palestine, my ass. Oh, let me follow this. Who's this? This is good. This is really interesting. So this is insanity. Look at this. So they're complaining about the house. These migrants come here without any work visas, without any legal status, without any trade, without any way to contribute, and then the government is giving them free housing out of funding it with taxpayer money. And this Muslim woman is complaining that the conditions, the housing that she has received is not good enough. Like she considers this to be mental torture and evil, the way that they're treating her, because her housing is not up to her standards. And honestly, the housing is not even that bad. So let's watch this. This is absolute insanity. Like, she's complaining. She's getting housing for free. And she's complaining that it's not up to her standards. Watch this.
Coming here is just a mental torture. It is a prison.
A prison? Let's have a look at this evil prison. Oh my goodness, so bad. How could they do this to her? Of course, it couldn't be anywhere worse from where she's come from.
I mean, it's not that bad. Like, what are you talking about? You're getting this house for free. Look at it. It has a kitchen. It has a lot of. I thought like they're going to be like squished into like a really tiny area with no room at all to like everything is just mixed with. Like, this is actually for the free space. This is actually not that bad. I mean, a lot of people would kill for this, and she's getting it for free. And she's like, look at this prison. So ungrateful. Like, what the fuck do you want?
It's just a mental torture. It is a prison.
A prison? Let's have a look at this evil prison. Oh my goodness, so bad. How could they do this to her? Of course, it couldn't be anywhere worse.
Look, she's complaining. I have 4 kids and I don't have enough room to put my stuff. Oh no, guys, she doesn't have a cabinet. She has to put her stuff on the floor. I mean, I thought like guys, poor people actually have, like, guys, in the places that these people come from, they're poor people that all of them are living in the sleeping area, the eating area. They all sleeping, all like a family of 8 is sleeping in like a twin bed, all of them together on top of each other. And she's like, oh my God, look, I have to put this stuff on the ground. There's no room for this.
How could they do this to her? Of course, it couldn't be anywhere worse from where she's come from.
This is wrong. This is wrong. What they're doing to people is wrong. Trust me.
No, I'll tell you what mental torture is. It's having people like you come over here in your droves. I have to pay for you and your children to reside here free of charge. You're now a burden upon myself and others that go to work every day and earn our money. And you have the audacity to turn around and complain about where you have been housed, whilst our veterans and our homeless sleep on the streets without a care in the world for them. But for you guys, we're supposed to drop what we're doing and go, oh, you don't like where you've been housed? Disgusting. I don't really want to pay for you, and I don't really want to pay for your children. So the last thing I want to hear is you complaining about where you've been housed, when my own people can't even get a look in when it comes to housing. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, why didn't they just leave if it's so evil? If it's mental torture, then just get the fuck out. Like, I mean, it seems like where you were before seems so much better. Then what the fuck are you doing here? Wait, hold on. We got a super chat. Jack is saying, I couldn't sleep once because I was thinking how much I hate pro-Palestine protests. It's stressful to think about the war. Does this ever happen to you? I mean, I've been doing this for more than a decade, so I become, I mean, it used to, yes. But I have become more immune to it recently. But I know what you're talking about because I was there before. I know the feeling that you're talking about. But I try not to let it consume me. I mean, but when I'm working, but when I'm not working, I don't let it get to me. Right? But I know it's difficult. I understand completely what you're talking about. Anyways, let's go to the next video. So this is interesting. This is in France. North African migrant tells a young girl that she should cover herself and not wear a cross necklace because it's haram. She responds, "I'm Christian. Leave me alone." Okay, so this is probably in French. So this is the guy is telling a Muslim guy is telling a French woman in France to cover herself and remove the cross because her necklace cross is haram. Unbelievable. Haram.
Ça tombe bien, je suis chrétienne.
Ah ouais?
Ah ouais.
Yeah, guys, it's not just the Jews. They will once you finish with the Jews, they're gonna come with the Christians. The Christians are not safe either. The atheists, the LGBT, everybody. You know, you think that the Islamic forces are only coming for the Jews? The Jews are just the first to go. They're coming for everyone. So this is a Muslim Palestinian in Germany. He's saying, with God's help, we will finish you off. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was from a Free Palestine march in Germany. And one of these guys, one of the Muslims there did something that they arrested him. And while he was being arrested, he promised everybody that one day they will destroy all Christians. So yeah, this is why you need to protect the Jews, because the Jews are like the canary in the mine. You know, the forces that are coming for the Jews are not going to be satisfied if they get rid of the Jews. They want to go for everything and everyone that is not Muslim, but the Jews are just basically the first ones to go. So if you want to protect everybody else, you have to protect the Jews, because the Jews are standing between the evil forces that want to destroy everything in their path, and the rest of the world. This is why supporting Jewish people is basically supporting the whole world. So listen to this. This is anti-Christian. It's not even anti. Look at. We're saying this is Gaza. He's in Germany and saying this is Gaza. With God's help, we will finish you off. We will destroy the last Christian. He's saying the Muslim in Europe said we will kill all the Christians. Oh, by the way, you could hear in the background. Yeah, so this is from a Free Palestine march. You can see in the background people are saying free Palestine. Right. So also, yeah, if anybody understands French, can somebody translate this to me? I don't know what they're saying. So this is a march in France. Oh, that's not French? Yeah, they are in France, but they're not speaking French. Yes, that sounds Arabic. Right? Yeah, I thought because they're in France, they're going to be speaking French, but they're speaking Arabic. All right, this one, I remember this one. I just want you to see this one more time. This is in the UK. This is a police officer. I think a lot of you have seen this already.
Paul, I've been a police officer here for 16 years, and in January I reverted to Islam. Alhamdulillah.
So I don't understand how he gets to play, how he gets to wear his police uniform, and on the time that he's supposed to be working, he's advertising Islam. So this is a white convert to Islam, a police officer in the UK, but he's using, like, instead of going home and making a video about Islam, he's advertising Islam while in uniform. This is what your tax money is paying for. Look at this, right? And by the way, you guys know in the chat why converts to Islam consider themselves reverts, right? It's the insane claim that everybody is born a Muslim. So when you convert to Islam, you're actually reverting back to Islam. These people are full of shit, right? Like, this is this is fucking bullshit. This is insanity. But look at this.
Paul, I've been a police officer here for 16 years, and in January I reverted to Islam. Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, very happy. She's saying, God, thanks God, thank you to God. Basically, it's like hallelujah.
Brother, how are you? My role is to interact with the community, so it's really nice because I've been here for so long. I know the young children, I know the old the older people, the grandparents, the parents. It's like one big family, actually. So if I have a problem with a child, if they're naughty, they're being stepping out of line, I can take them home to the parents. Nobody sort of, a lot of people said, oh, inshallah, one day, Paul, you're going to become, you'll be Muslim.
This is an ad for Islam using the police force. This is like, look, it has even the song, like music in the background, like a commercial.
But no.
This is what you're paying. Hey, people in the UK, you're basically creating ads for Islam.
You're going to become, you'll be Muslim. But no one really, they've not sort of tried to force or anything like this. And it's just over a period of time I started studying.
How is this allowed for him to wear the uniform and do this?
The Quran, and I started to look into Islam, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful religion.
Oh, he read the Quran. He's not very smart. He actually read the Quran, and he thinks it's a wonderful, peaceful religion. Okay, not very smart again. Like, I don't know what you were reading. Maybe you were reading a different book.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Or like people who read the Quran and think that, oh, this is a wonderful, peaceful religion, they're fucked up in their head, or maybe they weren't paying attention when they were reading the book.
Peaceful religion. In a period of 5 months, I've read the Quran twice. And I've not missed a prayer.
You read the Quran twice, and you read basically the verses in the Quran that tells you to beat your wife, to basically capture sex slaves in war and rape them, and you think that was you were like, yep, that's the religion I want. Okay, sure, buddy. You read all the verses about torturing, like, all the people in the UK who are unbelievers. You read the verses saying that they will be tortured in hell for eternity. I was like, yep, okay, that sounds right. That makes a lot of sense. Sure.
I've read the Quran twice, and I've not missed a prayer. Young people, they'll come to me and they say, Paul, because I can say to them, are you praying? Because I know I'm praying all the prayers, and it's nice because they'll come and say, actually, now we're praying. So alhamdulillah, it works together. Like, I can rub off on them, and then they will inspire me, and they'll rub off on me. People have asked me, why did you choose Islam? And my answer is, I didn't choose Islam. Allah chose me. Alhamdulillah. I've got no doubt in my mind. I've been put here for a reason. I'm not just a local policeman. I'm like a brother, an uncle, a son, a nephew, a friend, and I'm blessed.
Yeah. Anyways, This is what's happening to your country, guys. You need to fight harder to save it. You guys need to fight for your country. Oh, wait, there's something more I need to show you guys. Hold on. Where is that one? This is actually insanity. Well, actually, there's a couple of more things I need to show you. Oh, yeah, I have more. I have more. I have more. Where is that? I need to show. Okay, I have to find that one. But I can't find the. Yeah, let me just show you this one. In Paris, verses from the Quran are now being broadcasted on loudspeakers in the subway station. Let me see. The azan is. Wow, guys, in Paris, in the subway station, they're playing the Quran on the loudspeakers. That's great. By the way, the Quran sounds like shit. Like, I don't know why Muslims really genuinely believe that it's the most beautiful thing that they've ever heard. Like, it really does sound like shit. Like, you want to vomit every time you hear the Quran being played. And they like, throughout our childhood in Iran, because I'm an ex-Muslim, I always remember whenever I heard the Quran, I'm like, why are they telling us that this is the most beautiful thing in the world? Like, even when I was a Muslim, I had to admit to myself without actually telling anybody that this actually sounds like garbage. Like, how is this beautiful? Oh, somebody's saying you're not a Muslim, mate. Yeah, you idiot. I said I'm an ex-Muslim. You fucking moron. I think this guy's a Muslim. You can see he's not very smart. Yeah, what is this guy? He's saying 18 in the chat saying you're not a Muslim, mate. Oh, duh, yeah, I'm an ex-Muslim. You fucking idiot. Oh, hold on, let me see. What's that? We got a super chat. We got 2 super chats. Okay, Kenny is saying, are you praying? What do you say as an atheist when a police officers ask you that? So fucked up. Yep. I mean, I don't really, as an ex-Muslim, I wouldn't really feel safe if a police is a Muslim, and if he finds out that I'm an ex-Muslim, I wouldn't feel safe around a Muslim police officer. And then Yusuf is saying, "Where's the mass rallies of Uyghurs and Rohingya?" Yep, they don't give it. These people don't give a shit about Muslims. In the same way that Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens don't care about Christians when they are killed by Muslims. It's basically hypocrisy all the way. Again, it's all about Jews. It's all about Jews. These people are just anti-Semitic. No Jews, no news, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they want to, Jackie saying they want to boycott Israel, but they don't want to boycott communist China. They love communism. Why would they boycott communist China? I mean, if anything, they would consider China not to be communistic enough. Anyways, guys, make sure you like the stream. I want more people to end up watching this, because when you watch these videos, don't think like, oh my God, Europe is gone. There's nothing else we can do. Oh my God, I forgot to show you this. Oh, wow. This one. Okay, hold on. Let me translate this. In Britain, a video has been released showing a group of Muslim women spraying paint on advertisements featuring women who, according to them, show too much of their skin. This action, carried out with the aim of imposing extremist Islamic views, has faced widespread public reaction and severe criticism for attempting to restrict individual and social freedoms in public spaces. So let's watch this. This is absolute crazy. Absolute insanity. This is in the UK. This is not an Islamic country, guys. Okay, mute this. Look at that. This is in this is in the UK. Oh wait, we got 2 super chats. Let me see. Mary is saying, as seen in another chat to the Brits today, keep calm and post that meme. Yes, be careful, you might get arrested. Keep calm and post that meme. Yeah, but be careful, memes are violence. You might get arrested. And then we had Sepian. Thank you for the super chat, saying, can we say we are in a conflict of civilization between Marxist Islamists and capitalist Christians? I'll choose the latter if I have to. Okay, so no, you cannot say that, because I consider Islam to be an anti-civilization force. So I wouldn't call it Islamic civilization. Yeah, so Marxists and Islamic forces and Marxist forces, they're anti-civilization. It's not a conflict of civilizations. It's a conflict of civilization versus barbarism. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It's not conflict of civilizations. It's civilization versus barbarism. Does that make sense? These are the barbarian. So here's how I look at it. Okay, so the world liberal order is the city state that we're trying to defend. We're at the gate. We're at the walls of the city. The barbarians at the gate are the Islamic forces, and the leftists are basically the traders within that are trying to open the door to the barbarians. So they are basically the people from within the city state trying to find a way to open the gate, because they are trying to take down the city state, and the city state here is the Western liberal order. And by the way, guys, by liberal I mean classical liberal. I don't mean leftism, right? And they're trying to take it down from within, and they realize they don't have enough forces to take it down. So they're trying to open the door so that the barbarians can come in and destroy it from within. So it's civilization versus barbarism. Oh, we got another super chat. Neil Bunny saying, UK government poll says if election held tomorrow, Reform would get 311 seats. Is that really true? And Labour would get 144 seats. Liberal Democrats would get 78 seats. Tories would get 45. So they are fourth down the list. And Reform will deport illegals and legals with what is that? With ILR. I don't know what that ILR is. Yeah, there's too many legals as well. The legal system needs to change. Is that really true? The Reform basically went all the way to the top already? I thought this one might take years. We'll see. When would be, and when is the next election? I mean, do we even have? Yeah, I heard Nelbany saying look it up. No, I actually don't need to look it up, because I've actually heard of that poll. I saw multiple places mentioning that. But it's just really hard to believe that they managed to get this far ahead this fast. Roy is saying, how come you're so handsome? Superior genes, exercise, good sleep, and drinking a lot of water. Honest answer. Thank you for that, though. No, don't go vegan. Guys, when are the next? 27, 28. Okay. So modest, our Armin. Yes, very modest. Yes, Starmer is polling at -66. Okay, guys, I don't know. Do something so you get elections faster. Jack is saying, why not go vegan? Because fish, oyster, mussels are really good for you. And it's also whey protein is a really good source of protein, which is not vegan. Eggs are good for you. Meat is really good for you. Give me one solid argument for me not eating oysters. Give me one argument for why I shouldn't be eating oysters. There's absolutely no good arguments for not eating. This Muslim guy in the chat is really butthurt over like this 18 guy with the Palestine flag. He keeps saying expose, expose, expose. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Skyworks is saying, Armin, do you have any photos of when you were Muslim to prove to these Muslims that it was the case? Yeah, I do. Hold on, let me see if I could find it. I don't know if I could find it now. I have a photo of me when I was like with the whole beard and everything. It's really old. It's somewhere on my Facebook. I have to go really scroll down years and years and years to be able to find it. But I have a picture of me with a very Islamic look. I don't know if I could find it right now. Don't know where it is. I have to keep scrolling down a lot to be able to find it. But who cares? These fucking like why would I want to prove these fuckers like these even if I show that to them, they're gonna be like, yeah. I mean, I'm from Iran. I'm Iranian. Obviously, I was born in an Islamic country. I was born in an Islamic environment. That what else do you need to know that I was Muslim at some point? I mean, even if you say that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, Shia doesn't count. You're not only Sunni is real Islam." So these fuckers will never be satisfied anyway. So fuck them. Who gives a shit? I mean, I don't care about their opinion that much. Oh, I found it. Guys, do you want to see my picture when I was like uber Islamic? Do you guys want to see? Let me see. Who wants to see my look when I was like so very, very Islamic? This is a picture from Iran. Yes? Okay. This is, I wasn't just a Muslim, I was like really Muslim. This is me. Hold on. Can I get it doesn't get any bigger? No. Look at this guy. This is me. Look at all that beard. Look at that. Look at that. So do you guys see it or is it too small? Big screen? How do I? Okay, hold on. No. How do I do this? Okay, hold on. No, I can't do this. Oh, hey, discard these changes. Maybe I could put it on this screen over here. That would make it bigger. Nope, it doesn't make it any bigger. Hold on. I'll figure this out. Hold on. Give me a second. I will maybe save this. I will save this on my computer and then open it as Chrome in a Chrome. Open with. Nope, not like that. Maybe like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I can zoom in. There. This is me as a Muslim. I look kind of scary, no? Oh, by the way, I have a better picture of me. Hold on, let me show you a better picture. Now that we're looking at old pictures, this is also me. Like, I think this is in, where is this? This is in Scotland at age 5. Anyways. And then I turn Muslim. Yeah, so yeah, this is me, and you can see my brother did not look anything Islamic because it wasn't the norm to be as Islamic as me. But I don't know what happened to me, and I became very fucking like, look, I look like a Basiji, and in our family that was not normal to become like this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm some Torah saying, is Armin the right person? No, I'm the left person. I said this is I'm the Islamic looking one. The right guy is my brother. He doesn't look Islamic. I'm the left guy, the Islamic. This is me. This is me going through my Islamic phase. Don't you look? Don't I look like a terrorist? I look like a terrorist. The guy that looks like a terrorist is me there here. Yeah, my brother, look, my brother, we are both in Iran here, okay? Look, my brother doesn't have a terrorist look. I have a terrorist look, right? So which one do you think is me? Like, if I'm going through my Islamic phase, that's when you look like a terrorist. Yeah, like a Basiji. Right. Anyways. Yusuf is saying, I wouldn't call you looking like a terrorist. Dude, what are you talking about? This is a terrorist look. I would this look will get you needs to get you a randomized check in the airport. Like, this is the guy. I would reject this guy's visa application without even reading it. Yeah, I would put, if I was in charge, I would put this guy on a watch list. I'm here to say it looks like me now. Okay. I'm kidding, guys. Carl, you're more like a Reddit mod. Yeah. Sure. Rubber glove treatment. That's funny. I have a lot of. Oh, by the way, do you guys want to see, now that I'm looking at my Facebook pictures, do you guys want to see another cool picture? Because I'm looking at my Facebook pictures, old Facebook pictures, and I'm not. Okay, let me brag about. Okay, before we go, I want to brag about this. And we will do this one, and then we will go. Okay, guys, do you know what this is? This is a picture in Pakistan. And these are people in Pakistan reading my book, Why There Is No God. This book, Why There Is No God, it's my book. And these are people reading it in Pakistan. And they sent me this picture themselves. Yeah. They asked me to share it. They sent it to me and they asked me to share it. Wait, let me see. Do I have more pictures? Anyways, we're getting off topic now. Wait, hold on. Just one more picture. I want to show you guys my passport picture. You guys want to see my first passport picture? My very first passport picture. Hold on, if I could get it. Why do I have so many profile pictures? This is me and friends. This is me. Nope, not this one. Oh, hold on. This is my family picture. I could show you this one, and then I will also show you. Oh, there we go. All right. So let me show you two more pictures, and then we'll go. Refresh. This is my family picture, and this is my. So this is my very first passport picture. And this is my family picture in Iran, if I could get it. This is my family picture. This is my mom, my mom. That's me. This is in Shiraz, Iran. That's my little brother here, and that's my other brother, and I'm the guy in the middle. These are my folks. That's my dad. Anyways, Torah saying you look Israeli. Well, we're all Middle Eastern. We look the same. We're cousins. Yeah, we're all the same people. Oh, D is saying Armin's book is free on Atheist Republic website. That's true. Guys, you could go download my book for free, Why There Is No God, for free on atheistrepublic.com. Thank you, D, for that reminder. Kenny saying, how's your family, Armin? My mom passed away from cancer. The rest are good. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. This was fun hanging out with you guys, and I will now go do some studying. And yeah, leave some comments. Let me know what you suggest we cover next. Oh, that's okay, guys. Thank you for saying that. This is what, well, hold on. This is what this is here. You guys know what this is that I have behind me? My mom, on her death, when she had cancer in the hospital, she always put this right next to her. She kept this next to her. And that's why I always have this here, because this is what she had next to her when she had, on her final days in the hospital before she passed away. Right? She would always put this next to her bed. So that's why I always have this here. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I want to keep go. I want to go, but I enjoy hanging out with you guys. That's why it's hard for me to leave. Anyways, let's just end the show. Okay, go. I'm Israel Chai, Javid Shah. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you for spending time with me. All right, guys. Bye.